everybody. Today we're going to do some fried chicken. Somebody asked me for a good fried chicken recipe. Been working on this a while. Think I've got it exactly right. First thing you're going to need is to mix up a spice blend to spice up the flour that you're going to use in frying your chicken. Now, I've got a list on here, the spices that you need. You're going to clean out your spice cabinet is basically what you're going to do. Stuff that you didn't think you'd ever have a use for, but it came with that spice rack that you got for Christmas. There's one of two things you're going to need here. What I prefer is this. It's a coffee blender. You can pick them up at the Walgreens or Walmart or Kmart or any of those places like that for about 10 bucks. Family Dollar even. If you use this for spices, and this is all I use this for, don't ever use it for coffee again. You're not going to be happy with your morning coffee, and, well, yeah, nobody wants to start a day out like that. If you don't have one of these, if you can't find one of these, or if you just didn't feel like going to the gym this morning, you missed your morning workout, you can always get one of these. It's a mortar and pestle. This is going to put your arm through some workout. But you get all your spices in there and you just beat them and grind them up until it's a nice fine powder. So, plan on not doing anything for a couple of hours. Anyway, let's get back to this sucker. We just plug her in. We're going to add the spices that I have devised for this. Little at a time because this only holds so much, but that's okay. We'll combine them all when we're done grinding everything up. Just pulse them through there until it's a nice fine powder. I'm going to list the recipe ingredients here on this video. They'll be you'll see them here in just a second. Write them down. Mix up this blend, you'll be perfectly fine. Okay, so we got everything here ground up. I had to do it in 3 or 4 installments because, as I said, these coffee grinders don't hold a whole heck of a lot. And, well, if you get the measurements right, we're making a bit of this, but you can stick it in a bag, it'll last forever, a Ziploc bag. It'll keep it all forever. So you put all those several bits into a bowl. Take a spoon, get them all well combined. And then, you're going to start working on the chicken. Get your chicken out, make sure it's, thawed well. Set it in a Ziploc bag. Next thing we're going to do is let it soften overnight. Get tenderized, get juicy. What we're going to need, your strictly Southern cooks will tell you to use buttermilk. Well, coming from New Jersey, I don't use buttermilk. But the reason they use buttermilk is because it's got a lot of acid in it. And it'll tend to tenderize the chicken, break down the ligaments inside here. I mean, we are dealing with muscles. That's what meat is. What I'm going to use is 1.5 cups of milk and 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. The acid in the vinegar do the same thing as the buttermilk. The milk will keep it nice and moist. The acid will break down the meat tissue, the connective tissue, etc. To that, we are going to add 1 tablespoon of that spice mixture that we just combined. Mix it all well together. Get it to try and dissolve in there a little bit, or at least get mixed around well. There's brown sugar in that mixture. It may have clumped up just a hair. If it does, make sure you get it all broken down into little particles. Take this milk, now if you want, you can use skinless chicken. I particularly happen to like the skin. But get all the air out of it so that all that milk is covering the chicken. Get every bit of air you can out of that without making a mess. And set it down in the bottom of your refrigerator. Let it sit there overnight, and then we will tomorrow get down to frying our chicken.